This video is about why coaches are gurus. Keep watching.
Yeah, I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm talking all about why coaches are considered gurus, because a guru is somebody who brings someone from the darkness into the light. Okay? They're the darkness dispeller. Guru, okay? Gu is darkness, and Ru is dispeller, or bringer of light. Isn't that what a lot of coaches are trying to do? And I say trying because there's not a lot of efficient coaches out there. But coaching is a very valid industry in and of itself. You know, I did a master's in coaching psychology, actually. And there's a lot of different nuances that I learned from coaching psychology that I wouldn't anywhere else in any other field. And it taught me about structures, and it taught me about creating diagrams and patterns and all these different things, these different mental maps, in a sense, right? And for instance, the GROW model, right? Goals, reality, options, and then way forward, or the will. It's such a simple structure, but it's such an effective structure. Think about this. You come with a goal. My goal is to, let's say, lose weight, lose 10 pounds. The reality is, I don't have a gym membership, I'm stuck at home, and maybe I have chronic fatigue or something, right? That's the reality. Or the options. Options is the brainstorming phase, where you're going, I don't know, maybe one option is I could get a gym membership. Another thing could be like I could do something online maybe with a personal trainer. Another option might be that, okay, I might just do some YouTube tutorials to start out, but then after a while, once I'm all in. You see, now you have all these options. I got options. Yeah, I got options. Woo! Right? So you see yourself in all of these different options, these different categories where you're like, okay, this seems like well suited to me. And then is the will, or the way forward. That's like a declaration. That's like a claim that you're going to go forward and actually do something about it before the next session. So I really like the GROW model, and I think that the GROW model can be applied in many different areas of our lives, because we don't look at the options, all the options, all the options. We just look at, oh, we have a goal, we have some obstacles, let's try to solve it, right? We don't look at the options that are out there. The brainstorming phase is so crucial, so important. Coming back to the topic of, why coaches are like gurus. Well, coaches bring people hope, right? Just like a guru brings somebody hope. I'm not saying it's always great hope. It could be false hope at times for certain gurus or certain influencers online. I'm not going to name any names, okay? But essentially, I think what the main purpose is that these are helpers, right? These are helpers of humanity. These are healers. And once you understand that paradigm of, hey, I'm here to confide in a greater thing that is going to take over me, like I'm going to create a system, or I'm going to give my power to the higher source, in a sense. So why are coaches like gurus? Earlier actually, one of these goats, I was saying something and it answered, yeah, like right back to me, it was like, yeah. I was like, whoa, is this goat actually like speaking back to me? That's weird. You get all these symbolic instances from the universe, like, I got this name in like the show. Like I watched 3 different shows and the same name showed up over and over. And it's like an uncommon name. It was like, I don't know, it was like Quiff or Quinn or something like this. And it showed up in like 3 different shows. And I was like, what? Right now, I didn't even Google it or like Wikipedia it at the time. I definitely could have. But it was just a weird sign, and I start to notice this kind of intuitive quality when I'm coaching, And it's similar to the Vedic principles and the Upanishads. The word Upanishad actually means to sit next to, right? To sit near the master or the guru. Really, really interesting when we're around high-level people, around high-level coaches. I'm going to become a master in the coaching field and then reinvent it altogether and call it something different. That's what I'm thinking, because coaching has lost its spark. It had an edge. It had an edge. It was all about performance, and it was based on intuition. But we lost a lot of that. I don't know what happened. I don't know what came along. But there's a lot of practitioners now that aren't fully really developing their own fields. They're just kind of like piggybacking off of these other fields. And I think we need more of those pioneers who come over and they're like, look, let me give you a new paradigm over here. Let me give you a new understanding. Let me give you a completely different worldview, right? And try to soak in this information from a fresh pair of eyes, because you haven't seen anything like this before. That's really the quality of a guru, someone who's, connected with you spiritually. And I'm not claiming to be a guru, neither should anybody else, but I think the title of guru itself is such a powerful one, because it's the bringer of light from the darkness, right? And that's kind of the journey of self-transformation anyways, right? In any kind of personal development or self-help practice, we're trying to become better. That's it, full stop, right? We're trying to improve, we're trying to become better. And so I think that understanding that, gurus are able to tap into one frequency and stay there, right? You never see a guru who's like faltering or like wavering, right? They're always still, they're always like in their zone, and they're maintaining that vibration. You'll notice they're just maintaining it. They've fallen off when they've taken themselves out of that vibrational frequency. It's very interesting to me because I know that my frequency can be manipulated, right? By other, people, by other entities, by organizations, by different things, man. Like just different things altogether can drain your energy. And so it's very, very important that you create an energy maintenance system for yourself so that every single day you're getting closer to being the guru of your own life, to be the coach of your own life, because the coach should teach you how to fish. What I don't understand is a lot of these coaches, man, they have niches that don't make sense. Like, what in the world is a mindset coach, right? Mindset for what? Right? What is the outcome? Right? I understand relationship mindset coach. Okay, now we're getting clear on your niche, brother. Now we're getting much closer to your niche, isn't it, brother? Because a lot of people, they don't set themselves up to win. You got to set yourself up to win. We need relationship advice. We need health advice, right? We need career advice or wealth advice. Some need help with their astrological side. When I recently reached out to Beth, right? She's our like friendly neighborhood mystic who does like tarot readings for us and stuff. And she's incredible. So shout out to Beth. But I asked her, I was like, this energy right now, it feels a little off. Like, I love making myself laugh throughout the day, it's really important that you become elated, you become like a small child again, exploring the world through new perspectives and new insights, and seeing colors as brighter and just more in your element, more in, what does that term, in your element, mean? It means you're aligned, right? What I don't like is when people say, oh, you're spiritual, that means you can't swear. Or like, oh, you're positive psychology, you can't be that negative. It's like, man, give it a rest. You know what I mean? Just give it a rest. Just give it a rest. And that's life advice too, just give it a rest. It's such a great advice, right? Because we're burning ourselves out so much. We don't even know it. And we didn't even know it. And we didn't even know it. When I consider myself a light bringer, a bringer of light, and understand person who understands, a person who's relatable. I don't want to be a guru on the top of the mountain that's hard to reach, right? There's a lot of influencers that have made themselves hard to reach to persuade you into thinking that they have guru status just because they're, making themselves hermits to try to make a profit. That's not a real guru in my eyes, because they're not bringing you to the light. They're bringing you to Maya, or illusion, or the veil of illusion, right? And of course you know that the veil is thin. Of course you know that the veil is thin, man. I do strange things like this out of the blue to actually throw a monkey wrench in the works, right? A monkey wrench is just like a random phrase that, if you're not an English native speaker, a monkey wrench is like a random thing that you throw into a conversation, right? That completely breaks the pattern. It's a pattern interrupt, essentially, right? And I do that sometimes to test myself of what I would do in certain scenarios where I'm like, like what if something random, like what if someone said something random to me in this moment? Like how would I respond, And I'll do something random to throw a monkey wrench in the mix, to add excitement, to add flavor, to add tikka masala to my journey, to my experience, right? You don't want to step into the archetype of the wounded healer, as Jung says, because the wounded healer is a very, very common archetype that a lot of healers fall into. It's like, oh, I'm hurt and so I'm healing others because this was my strategy. Like I became the caregiver growing up, and it's like this whole exploration of this very, very deep wounding, right? But you're gonna have to be the empowered healer. Forget the wounded healer archetype for now. Let's create a new archetype called the empowered healer. Once we understand that you're empowered, you've gotten yourself up to a certain power level, I'm speaking like Dragon Ball Z now, right? Then you can actually optimize your one true vibe, your one true life. Have an incredible day, guys. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it today. Boom.